At the end of the day.
Música, maestro.
Oh, we're back. Ay, ya.
Ese pasito del
El pie.
You know, geez, the energy in the room. We are excited to be back. We're excited to be back because, guys, we hit the bar marks Buzzsprout set for us. With 2 episodes, we got people to listen. We had some feedback in the questions we posted on Spotify. And we're more excited than ever. I mean, us 3 being back here, we're excited. We're missing one person.
Are we?
Okay.
But are we really?
I don't know. The mic is...
There's an empty mic there, buddy.
Diego's got his map looking for Dora and
Still?
Boots. X marks the spot, so stand by.
Stand by.
But
we,
shout out to Sprouts for helping us out.
Buzzsprouts. Sprouts. You
Oh,
organic.
I just
thinking-
endorsed Sprouts.
This was thinking of the grocery list this girl gave.
God damn. You got that kind of money?
I just endorsed Sprouts right now. Shit.
You got a grocery list after this shit up.
Fuck, it's Christmas weekend. Hey, it's Christmas
Listen.
weekend. I ain't going nowhere near the stores Christmas weekend.
You organic fucking leftist eating mother. Anyways. Yeah, make sure your asparagus are organic, bro. All right. Well, thank you for everyone who took the time to, support our project. Here we are. We're working on something here. But at the end of the day, it's not really working, man. We're trying to give everybody a voice. Know that you're not alone. That is our main goal here. And try to contribute to the change that this world needs to have. We need to find a balance. We've gone too far one way. And I think America represents everybody. America is for everybody. And we're in this country for the greater good, man. I mean, sometimes I'm not going to get into it, but, we have to be there for each other, care for each other. And Merry Christmas to everyone, or Happy Holidays for everybody else out there. Today's topic, I don't want to say it like this. Today's topic is, welcome back, everybody.
But a very important topic.
Best friends. Best friends of opposite sex in a relationship, in a marriage, in a whatever you want to call it.
Or even single.
Nah, single, there's no problem. I
No,
ain't mad.
believe me.
Yeah,
Even
even single.
It comes
Even single?
into
Even single.
Yeah.
effect. Sooner or later, it becomes a problem. But
Mm-hmm.
that's what we're gonna be talking about.
Yeah,
today.
no. The issue here is whether let's say you're married or you're living with someone, which is very common today. You're living with someone and they have a best friend from the opposite sex. Are you okay with that?
No.
How do we feel about that?
No, we feel terrible about it.
You say no?
I feel terrible about it. I mean, go ahead.
I say it's okay. I'd say depending on the situation, depending on certain circumstances, I think it can work. I'm not full on, no, it does not work from the get-go. To me, in my opinion, I think it can work. But that's my opinion.
You give it a chance, though. You leave the door open for the devil to walk right through it. If you're
Of
in a
course.
relationship or in a marriage, I mean, you're going to now hit me with the whole, you have to trust your partner enough for it to work. Yeah, you're going to give me that BS, right? That's fine. And I understand that. But and this is something that I've always said. What's the point of putting or testing or going through that kind of shit? Just eliminate it.
Okay. Let's say, for example, though, you're single. You meet somebody that's single. And they have a best friend that is of the opposite sex, which would be a male. What are you going to do then and there? And they've been friends for not 2 years, but a while, a couple years, more than that, since childhood, let's say, for example. They've always been around. They hit you with that. Well, they're always
And then
my
they say
friend.
we never did anything. You believe it?
Bullshit.
I think at the end of the day, it comes down to you figuring out what is and what is not.
But then
And I think you're entitled to do that.
So that's where so this is where the line is drawn, even at the very beginning, when you're getting to meet somebody right off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
If they come at you and they start telling you, oh, well, I have a best friend that this is this guy, he takes me here, he goes here, you just instantly became less attractive to me.
Yeah.
because it's like, dude, well, so then you already have a guy to replace without even me being in there.
Yeah.
To replace me already to do any kind of thing that I need to do
You
as a
already
man.
have the first aid kit ready.
Exactly.
But see,
So-
that's the thing that you're mentally like thinking already. Like,
Well, don't fuck with my mental health because you're gonna get canceled right now.
Mentally, you're talking about you got a plan B for me already. So you're not taking me serious. If shit doesn't work here,
Yeah.
you're gonna fall back to them, and it's like, I don't think that's necessarily.
It's
the
strange
case.
because I think it varies between people to people, right? Because
yeah,
I'm not gonna say I'm against it. I'm not gonna say I'm with it in a weird way because I'm gonna put it this way, right?
Neutral.
As a human being, forget about sex, male, female, because now obviously we have male, female, whatever that is, and then it's just weird now, right?
use your pronouns properly, please.
Whatever it is, I don't care.
Those gender switch ups.
Yeah, honestly, I don't care. Whatever it is, right? So it gets kind of weird, but whoever you're willing to have intercourse or whatever
Intimacy, yeah.
whatever it is,
Uh-huh.
the opposite of what you like.
Uh-huh.
I mean, what you like. Anyways, point is here is it's so strange because one of the parts is like, do you have the authority to say, oh, you can't have that best friend like you said because you've known him for so many years and blah blah blah. But I also think that if as a man, if you're the best friend of a female and she decides to get in a relationship, guy code, respect, you might try to take a step back. You might want to take a step back and respect that part. What we have now is that there's a lot of dudes out there that are best friends and they don't respect the fact that these females went into relationships and they still want to be there and they still want to be around the corner and then that's where it gets weird because it's like, look, you guys are good friends and all. I understand that. But maybe, bro, take a step back and let that man, she's deciding to be her boyfriend, her husband, her life partner. How about take a step back and let him be the best friend? Because at the end of the day, in order for you to be in a relationship, she has to be everything to you. Your best friend, your partner, she has to be everything to you. Now, it also doesn't mean let go of all your friends because you're with me now. I disagree with that because I think that's something that's very common and it's something that we talk about, having these broken plates where it's like, you're not going to forget about all your friends, both sides.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like, let's speak in this side, like the male and the female. Like, you're not, as a male, you're not going to forget about all your friends and everyone you have behind. And she isn't going to let go of all her people just because I'm in a relationship, I can't hang out with my friends and vice versa. And we know that that's something that's reoccurring and it happens a lot. I agree. Whether they're male or female, whatever side you're on. But I think we're in this stage where one, you can't really say, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. I think that's terribly wrong. You can't really tell someone what to do. But I think out of respect, you have to make your own choices, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but so the thing is with your point that you made before, keep going. It was going through my brain that it's like you're talking about something that you don't have control over. You don't really have control over what that third party does. Mm-hmm. You mentioned about us, like for example, right, the guy thing, right? If we find a girl and the girl has a guy best friend, we have to back away. That we don't have control over that. I'm speaking about when it's already a boy, when it's a guy and a boy. Speaking like kindergarten terms. Like it's a man and a woman, they're friends and whatnot, and so I just don't think that it's okay to leave that door open when that guy's just gonna walk right in.
So
and
how do you close it?
You can't. Well, you just don't get involved in that.
Yeah.
If the woman is stuck to the idea, if the woman is stuck to the idea of wanting to hold and grasp onto that best friend, you don't have a place in her life there, man.
Yeah.
You just don't. So my thing is before you get involved in that, why even consider that girl an option? You don't need to do it, right? So if we talk about, you've already accepted her, you're already 3, what we say, balls deep in,
baby.
3 months in already, man.
Mm-hmm.
You took the choice to accept her with that best friend. Now you got to deal with it. Now that's where I think is wrong. Where you're mentioning that point where you
now
try
you
to.
wanna.
yeah, now you want to all of a sudden say no, like, hey, this guy's got to go. This guy, this is this and this.
Wait,
and this.
well,
Like,
not
you can't-
necessarily you got to say no, but I feel like, look, first of all, one thing is a lot of people use this term, a lot of terms loosely nowadays.
Mhm.
Friends.
Okay.
People use it loosely, right? You go to work, you work with people,
Mhm.
you know, males, females, whatever. Oh, what is the people? What do they tell you? What's my friend from work? How long have you been working there for? 2 months. And you already have friends from work.
Mm.
You consider your friends from work friends?
Yeah.
First of all, they're your coworkers, not your friends. I feel like it takes a little bit more than that for them to become coworkers to friends. Second hand, best friends. People use best friends loosely. All of a sudden, they're getting along with you. Oh, you guys are cool, hitting it off back and forth. Male, female, female, vice versa. You know, male and female, and it's like, oh, it's my best friend. Like, how long have you guys known each other? For like 6 months. How are they your best friends? Like, you have no childhood friends, like nobody you grew up with. So fast forward to this point where it's like, if you were to meet, in our case, right, a girl, and they tell you, oh, you know, my best friend. Okay. Who's your best friend? Like, what's a guy? Hey, how long have you guys been friends for? Oh, about like a year or two. Okay. Like, it's kind of different. I feel like no matter how long the length of best friendship has been, it could be year 2 to 10, or since you guys were kids, it's like, I think as a guy, it is your job to kind of find out, okay, since when have you guys like known each other, or what have you guys done? Like, you know,
You start asking all these questions.
Okay, you
these extra
have,
questions.
yeah, but I feel like you are not entitled, but like, yes, you should ask these questions so that you could better understand what kind of friendship that they have. Of course, at the end of the day, they're going to tell you what they want to tell you. And if they don't want to tell you something, then they won't. I get that part. But as a guy talking to a girl that has a best friend that's a male, I feel like you have to ask these questions. And you have to get down to the point to where at least you feel, okay, comfortable enough. And even get to know the guy. And maybe even pull him to the side and ask him a couple questions.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
Excuse me, but I have done it to a point where it's like maybe not that to that extent, but something similar to it, and it's like just to get a feel for it. Like, dude, you know, just know what I'm about, what you're about.
Let me put you guys in the hot seat, and I'll put myself in the hot seat also. Let's say you're living with someone already, because we're at the age where you don't just date to just kick it, go to the nice dinner, go to the movies. We're not at that stage anymore.
Oh yeah, and Dodger games are no cheap dates no more, people.
Dodger games are not cheap, you know. So this is my question. It seems like it's okay for your significant other, if she's a female, for her to have a best friend. It's okay, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Let's say you're living with someone, you guys have been together for 5, 6 years, 7 years, whatever, and then she comes up to you and says, I have a guy best friend. That's okay. That's okay, right? It should be okay. In today's world, it should be okay. But if a male comes to the house and I say, hey, babe, how's it going? Whatever. Hey, my best friend, her name is Taka 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 Ta. Whatever her name is. See, that already just messed it up because it already sounds what we're doing, you know? So, if I bring a best friend...
Sounds like a whole lot of hip thrusting going on here.
Listening to The Weeknd and shit.
No, I'm more in the bachata reggaeton. So you imagine if I bring a female to my household and say, this is my best friend from work or from whatever, we became best friends. Is she gonna be okay with it? I guarantee you 99.9
probably not.
Females are not gonna be okay with it. But today, these females want to come up to us and say, I have a male best friend and he's my friend and you're not taking him away from me. And I'm like, so then what the am I here for? And that's something that I don't understand. it's a weird issue, right? Because there's so many variables. Just like everything we talk about, there's so many variables. Well, what about this? What about that? If we were childhood friends, if we weren't childhood friends, if we went to school together, if we didn't go to school together, if we went to work together, if we didn't go to work together. So it's just a strange amount of variables. But in these certain situations, like females can bring friends into their lives and we have to be cool with it. It's like, why are you jealous? What it is? But if we as males bring a female best friend into the relationship, they will flip out
instantly. But see, that's where Renee's point of view comes in, right? Where he said that's when you get to know the guy best friend. And again, this might sound machista, dude, but I don't want to get to know that fucking guy. Why? I don't need to get to know the guy. For what?
It just depends, dude.
I don't need to.
I
I don't want
know.
to. For what?
What do you mean for
weird.
what?
For what? But again, so now we're getting into the point where you accepted it, right? We got past the whole, right, if you were single, yada, yada. Okay, now we're into the topic of where now you've accepted the person with the best friend. Now you're in balls deep in, right? We said that. So now...
Depends how fast you go balls deep in. That's all on you, baby.
So you now you're in there. You can't just come from I don't agree with the whole the girl coming in. Oh, that was a drink open now. So you can't come in just like that and start saying, hey, well now I got a guy best friend, or he came from the dead. I rekindled with him from like 4 years ago. Now he came back to my life, and now I have to get to know him. Now I have to kind of ask questions and all sorts of shit.
No, I think at that point, when it's something like that, I don't know. That I don't feel too comfortable about that situation.
But that's what he's saying. It's like a couple months later, you come and you say, hi, hey, I have a best friend.
That's why it's
What the hell do you do
gotta
there?
come
Yeah.
from the start. In my opinion, it's got to be from the start. If it takes a few months, I'm not talking about half a year either. But it's one of those things where it's like, you start talking to somebody, you're getting to know the person, right? You should know all these things before you decide to jump in, balls deep, right?
Mm-hmm.
If they leave out this whole best friend thing and they don't tell you, and they want to tell you 6 months later after you went balls deep, okay.
You have the right to say no, right?
Oh, like those questions start rising.
But do you
Since
have the
when?
right? Do you have the right to say no?
I wouldn't say no. That's the thing. That
Because you want to do the same thing? Is that why?
No.
No. Serious. Answer the question. Is it because you want to do the same thing?
No, it's not because of that. But it's like from the beginning. It's like from the get go. You gotta let her know. You gotta let me know that this is what the case is.
Right?
Hey,
No. But we're
if
talking
I have
about
a best friend, this is who my best friend is, and I'm gonna tell
you're
you
already
this.
in the relationship, dude. You're already in it, and they start popping up now all of a sudden.
Oh, we know that happens a lot.
That's what
But
I'm
that's
saying.
What I'm trying to
So
say.
what the fuck? You have the right to say no. You have the right to say, hey, no, you know what? No, fuck that.
You have a
and
right
you're changing
to say
jobs too.
why are you all of a sudden telling me about this person? Why are you all of a sudden bringing up 5 friends, and one of those 5 friends, or I have a group of friends, and in those group of friends I have a best friend? I feel like no, that's not it. A best friend is something that you share when you're talking to somebody, or at least within the first
but that best friend
things.
thing is something that gets used loosely, right?
I mean, don't get me wrong. When it comes down to a girl having a male best friend,
best friend in the massage parlor.
you see, I mean, shit.
She could be my best friend. And what?
I mean, yeah.
But she listens
Again,
to me.
exactly. Back to what I was saying.
She releases my anger.
She may release a lot more than anger, but hey, she's your bestie.
The
at
knots
it,
in my
right?
back.
No, but she popped up. But the thing is, they popped up out of the nowhere. You cannot. I cannot. I cannot, dude. No matter what you
I'm
say,
not
I cannot.
disagreeing with you. I'm not saying no to that.
I'm saying, but I'm asking you: do you have a right to say no? Yes, you do have.
You
a right
have
to say
a
no.
right to question
Early,
them
though.
when it comes down to that. But I feel like that has to be addressed
It's all over the
early.
place.
It has to be addressed
Well,
early in a relationship, because you cannot out of nowhere be like, "Oh, my best friend's birthday party is
see,
going on," and
but-
you're like, "Who?" And then it's like, "Oh, my best friend Mike," or whatever, and it's
Is he-
like,
is
"Who
he
the
gay?
fuck is
Shout out to all the
Mike?"
You gotta ask.
Hey, first question is he gay? I
Yeah.
mean, not to knock on nobody, right? Because
I accept. I'll be like, okay, that's fine.
okay, but at the same time, it's like how fine are you with that situation? Because again,
I wouldn't
Hey,
be okay if
there's
it's
some
gay.
dudes
I
out
wouldn't be
there.
okay if
Hey.
it's gay either.
No, because
really?
it's like, hey,
I don't.
You never know.
No, I don't
Pinches
know.
mañosos, güey.
they like to have fun too. And guess what? You might think,
Yeah.
oh, they're going to places where he likes to go, right? But it's like, they probably just going to normal places. And guess what?
Well,
It's your girl and her
So you're
gay
cool.
best
So
friend.
if you had a gay best friend, you'd be cool with your
I-
girl
what-
going, or
what
any
did-
girl that you're with
What did I
going.
just say? I said you still got to do your due diligence.
Fuck the
and
due
ask.
diligence. You'd be cool with them going.
I'm just saying, not just because
can I-
they're it's my best friend and he's gay. Oh, okay, I'm
Cole.
gonna bend over
A
and
la
be like,
verga.
okay, cool,
I-
yeah, that's fine.
I got a
Feed
co-
me
I
with
got a-
that.
Muéranse, perros.
I got a cold comment though. Is that your insecurities as an individual?
Oh, fuck you.
No,
All right?
for me, it's
Oh,
not.
fuck you. Don't play that shit.
I mean,
Don't play that card with me.
it doesn't mean that
No,
because
no,
they
no,
say
no,
that
no,
I'm be
no,
like,
no,
oh,
no,
okay,
no,
that's
no,
cool.
no.
Like, are you getting the
No.
job done,
But
or are you worried about
to
the
me,
best friend?
at the end of the day, it's still gonna be, why didn't you bring him up?
This is fucking
Beforehand.
playing games right now.
Is it
dude.
your insecurities that's killing you with the best
So,
friend?
so then, no, and that's also part of the topic.
Nah.
No, this is
Speaking from history and experience, I'm okay with
Are
it.
you hitting the metate like you should, or you're not? Are you buying the tortillas from the store? What's
I'm over
the question?
here leaning on my maca, leaning
Renee's
left,
gonna go to Sprouts
right,
after this.
left and right.
Like
Shout out
buying
to
organic
Sprouts.
tortillas.
I was trying to talk about bus sprouts, man.
no. So yeah, no, I don't.
So is that part of insecurities?
part of the-
or
so-
is it because there are some confident ass dudes, right?
You're
I'm gonna put it into in quotations.
You're calling out the dudes too, man.
There are those.
What a dick.
You know, Renee, we've ran into those dudes. You know what I'm
yeah.
talking about? Those dudes that pull up
Yeah,
to
yeah.
the lamest bar we used to go to, and then they pull up with these glasses on. They're like, "What up? I got the." Ooh, the vibe. They're walking up, hands up, running through the thing, and then they got the girlfriend, but they got the girl has a guy best friend, and he seems to be careless about it. Does that? I mean, obviously, I'm just painting a picture of one person that maybe you know what I'm talking about. Diego knows exactly who I'm talking about, and it's like you know, there are these dudes that are extra cocky, extra confident and stuff. Is that the confidence we're missing? I'm gonna say, and this is me playing like the devil's advocate. I'm playing the devil's advocate. Is that on you, or is it the fact that they have a best friend? Because, for example, right, let's tone it down and let's get more organized with this conversation. If she has a best friend, I'm gonna ask you guys questions, and I
Yeah.
want a yes or no. If she has a best friend that she grew up with, like the kid next door, and they were friends for a long time, and whether there was feelings or not, I don't know, and you'll never know that. And you know,
No, yes, you will.
They've been friends longer than you've been around, and she introduces him off the back like, "This is my best friend. I've known him forever. We grew up together. Are you guys okay with it, Brian?"
It depends.
No. Yes or no?
Wow, I'm surprised Brian
Yeah,
said
he
it
said, "I
depends.
depends,
I'm
mister."
fucking surprised you said it depends. Because you would have pointed at me, I would have been like, yeah, I'm good with that.
You'd accept it, but
I'm still going to do my due diligence,
Yeah.
but I'm okay with it.
Brian.
Same. That'd be probably as lame.
No,
as
this
as- as lame-
motherfucker's flipping
as lame-
the fucking mattress over,
As
table
lame-
over.
As lame as they sound, yeah, I think like the way he said it is
Okay,
right.
I'm very
yes,
surprised.
but do
That's-
your due diligence.
That's
type of
first
shit.
scenario.
Very surprised, Brian.
Oh fuck.
Okay, first scenario, right?
Oh.
Second scenario. They were boyfriend and girlfriend in high school. Okay? They were boyfriend and girlfriend in high school.
Don't even finish it. No.
Hold on. This is 13 years later. 14 years later. They always stayed friends. So I'm talking about like they were high school friends, so like 16 years old, 15 years old, best friends. And then you're, you know, about 15 years later, they've always been best friends. She promises to you, we've never done anything together. He's been around for all my relationships. Do you accept this best friend? And
In
you're
that
just
case,
cool off the bat.
You
That's
said
a
they were
no-go
boyfriend
for
and
me.
girlfriend before?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
That's a no-go for me.
It's a no go, man.
And guess what? And if she's going to be around him or he's going to come around, I got to be present.
All right.
Donde hubo fuego quedan cenizas, güey.
All right. So
What he said.
the way I'll say it is like she probably hasn't been through one relationship after him and he's been around. So he's probably the problem. Okay. Now we're going to go to the next step. There's a lot of steps in between, but we're going to talk about another scenario. She gets this new job and she meets this guy at work. She gets in the Nissan Altima.
Hey, no mames.
Has anybody seen the lady?
Shots
Has
fired.
anybody seen the lady that got off the car? Oh, dude, you guys got to go on Instagram. You'll
La
see
doña?
it. We'll post it up. We'll post it up on Instagram. Go check out our Instagram. We're gonna post it
¿Cómo
up
se
on
llamaba ese
Instagram.
güey?
I don't know, but that guy was pissed. So we're gonna post it up on Instagram so you guys know what click we are talking about, or clip we're talking about. So okay, I'm just kidding about that part, and you guys will see it on
Has a
Instagram.
Nissan Altima?
Let's get back to the serious.
If you guys go to, if she
Diego.
goes, she,
You're a dick, fool. Oh my god. What an asshole.
she goes to work, and she makes a best friend. Like she doesn't have guy friends anymore. It's all girls, girls from her college, from her adulthood, whatever. And then she gets a best friend at work, and then says, "Hey, babe, I have a best friend from work. Are we okay with that?
Nope.
Do you accept that?"
No.
Okay, so if you don't, Renee,
No.
so you don't accept it. So then what do? I need clear and straightforward answers with this situation. What do you do?
You're me.
Don't overcomplicate
Go for
the
it.
question. What do you do if she brings you a guy best friend from work? Because she's obviously not gonna switch jobs, and she's obviously gonna keep working with this dude. So what do you guys do? I need a clean and simple answer. What do you do?
Brian.
No, it's not that simple though. You can't just you can't just cut my speech that short.
So
it's
what do you
it's
do?
difficult because first of all, yeah, you do got to sit down and investigate and talk and ask all these questions that you said, the due diligence, right? But at the same time, dude, this is the part where you told me, well, the insecurities, right? But it also depends on how strong your relationship can be, right? How okay you could be with that happening. With that,
Nah,
coming
I
to you.
can't accept that.
But so at the end of the day, if to make it short and simple and sweet, yeah, no, it just doesn't work, dude, because there is some kind of not only liking of his character, but there's that physical. There's got to be physical attraction. There's no way there's not.
Yeah.
There's physical attraction. There's something about him. Is this fucked up, dude? Something about him that maybe you don't have.
Yeah, it could be.
Something that he can be giving her, some kind of attention that you're lacking at, and you're lacking in that area. Something, right?
Think about it this way. They spend a lot more time together than you do.
Yeah.
5 days a week. Now, in my opinion, it's like, it goes back to what I was saying. People are using these terms loosely. Friends, coworkers,
Mhm.
best friends. And it's like, look, man, if you got along with somebody at work, they're your coworkers.
Mhm.
Let's get it right. In my
Yeah.
opinion, if I have coworkers, if I don't hang out outside of work,
Oh yeah.
yeah, if
Oh,
I don't hang out outside of work
okay.
with them,
All right.
Yeah.
guess what? They're my coworkers. If I don't hang out outside of work
Oh yeah.
a simple amount of times,
Yeah.
to me, they're my coworkers.
Just 10
If
minutes.
It becomes like, okay, after a couple times, it's like, I might start looking
Yeah.
at you as friends. If I start getting to invite you over to my house, you're definitely
Yeah,
a
once
friend.
they come
you're
over to
more
your
than
house,
a
yeah.
coworker. You're
Yeah.
a friend. I'm starting looking at you as a friend, but it takes a couple outings to go out with you, and then for me to determine, okay, you're a friend. Now, if out of nowhere it's like that was happening, it's like, oh, guess what? I have a best friend at work. He's a guy. Some guy just started a month or two ago. What the fuck do you
Nah.
mean? Let's not forget.
Nah.
Yeah, it gets
Work
kinda weird.
husbands and work wives is
So
a thing, guys. It is a thing.
Yeah.
So what do you do then? That was the question, right? What do you do when that happens?
If your girl comes to you and
You
tells
force
you,
her to
"Oh,
quit
I
the
have
job?
a work
do
husband,"
you work?
obviously they're not gonna come to you and tell you I have a work husband, right? Because
that's a hard
if they
term,
were
dude.
to come and tell you that
That's a
straight to your
fucked up
face,
term.
It's a
I would be like,
it is a reality though.
Excuse me? Yeah, but what? Oh, because he buys me Starbucks all the time, or we go out to
Oh
lunch
no
together. It's like,
no!
hold
Whoa,
on.
buying Starbucks.
Wait.
See, dude. You know what the thing is about this conversation? There's so many fucking levels to it
Yeah.
that it's very broad. It's hard to even dissect little by little. But that's why go back to the very beginning that I said.
To the
Just
what?
don't accept it.
Yeah,
what,
but
Brian?
To the
but
very beginning.
at
To the
that
very beginning.
at that point, I think there's fundamentals, right?
You just don't.
I think there's fundamentals in a relationship in that case where it's like how much trust is there and how she's telling you about the best about the best friend.
Yeah.
Like, you know, she might say best friend because it's probably the dude she gets along with the most. And I'm gonna say it like this: sometimes women do get along with men better than they do with other females at work.
I agree with that because look.
But
Wait, hold on.
Brian's making these faces.
I know, but I'm gonna
not
say
even
I
sure if
agree
it's
with
my
that
stomach
because
that's fucked up, or you guys saying some stupid shit.
I agree with what you're saying because
Fuck,
I
man.
work in a place where it's like there's a lot of females as males, and where there's a lot of females will have problems.
Yeah, they
amongst
fight each
females.
other a lot more.
It's just for whatever reason,
I
it's a
don't know.
female thing. It doesn't matter what it is. There's a female thing working amongst females.
I've in my time I've spoken to many women.
Brian
And the
works
moment
with
they
all
moment they
men.
fucking
By the way,
I work
Brian works
on my
with
own
all
in my
men.
own fucking place. Man, you guys are pissing me off. I'm trying to control myself for the sake of the fucking podcast. How, dude? Keep going,
Ric
Ricardo.
Flair. Woo!
No, well, it is a weird one, but I you know, the worst part is that sometimes, you know, you'll like just imagine this scenario. Imagine this scenario, because it could be a reality. I don't know any stories that are like this, but we've all seen telenovelas back in the day with our moms and shit. You know, La Gaviota. We've seen Amor Real. Where we at? Okay, so we've seen those novelas, and I think
the teenage
La
love
Ruby.
thing.
Ruby.
La
Oh,
Ruby.
Ruby's the worst
Dude,
one.
What do you mean she's the worst one?
Hold on, so
Worst one for all the worst one for all these daddy
Ya,
girls.
cállate.
That my
¿Cuánto
daddy
quieres que
gets
te
me
pague
this,
por
my
tu
daddy
silencio,
gets
güey?
me. No, that's the
quieres,
worst one. I'm saying worst one for shit, man.
Wait. ¿Cuánto cuesta tu silencio, güey? Neta.
Está muy caro, güey. Está muy caro.
No. So watch this, right? Maybe that's our Mexican trauma, the telenovelas from Univision. But I'm gonna I'm gonna tell you guys something. Just picture this scenario. Your significant other or your wife comes home and says, "I have a guy best friend, and Christmas is coming up right in time, right? This is Christmas time." Or New Year's. You guys want to talk about New Year's? New Year's is more friends, you know. Christmas is usually tit knit family.
Whoa.
Okay.
It depends. It depends.
So then
It
she
depends.
What?
so then she brings her best friend with his wife and his kids to your New Year's party with your husband and and they're both smashing in the background, my guy.
Oh, you penis a vivid.
Hold on.
You're
There's
talking about two
He's
families
talking about cheating.
coming together, and the work best friend and the other work best
They're
friend are
smacking
just
it.
in the back room fucking clapping cheeks.
They're smacking, and then they come together in the Christmas party, and you're getting along with this fool, and he's just laughing in the back of your face, like, "Ha ha, what's up, bro? How are the kids, bro? How's the house? Oh yeah, you guys renovated this. Oh, you know about
Fuck
this?
that.
Oh, ooh."
Fuck. Why
But
put
I'm
yourself through that?
I'm gonna make it colder than this. You'll never fucking know, because you accepted the best friend. Whether you accept it or not, he still and then let's say he does come to your house. While you're over there working from 3 a.m. to 2 p.m, and she's clocking in, and that lunch, she's over there just getting clapped, my guy. But then in New Year's, yeah, invite
Federico.
yeah,
Pinche Juan Camané.
Pánfilo.
Juan Camané.
and invite Juan Camané to the party because I get along with him good. Remember last New Year's, and he's just, and you're over here like, yeah, bring him over.
That's vivid, dog.
But I'm gonna put it to you guys cold. Sometimes it's also the job we do as men that avoid those situations.
That's
because
why-
sometimes if you give her the confidence of you being her best friend, having a good communication, she will never have a need to have a best friend. But the truth is, they're always gonna. I mean, it seems like today it's becoming very common that it doesn't matter how good of a job you do, she's always gonna have a guy best friend at work.
Yes.
So those variables are out of the door because it's almost.
There's a lot of
I
girls
don't know.
that say I get along better with guys than girls. But that's different, right?
Yeah.
That's for different reasons, whatever the case may be. Look, man, I feel like at the end of the day, as long as you're doing what you have to do, around not just the house, relationship wise. If you do, hey, let's go back to the sayings. Shit, it's like, hey, que no se te fríe el lonche, because alguien te lo va a venir a quitar. If you wait for your food
Have you
to
seen
get
these
cold,
lonchera ladies?
I have seen the lonchera.
Dude, they
ladies.
look like marisqueras, bro.
Hey, and you don't think they do that for a reason? They do that shit for a reason, man.
They're going to Mexico, get their bodies done, and working at a lonchera food
And
charging.
they're pulling up to warehouses. I got lunches served for you, and dudes are pulling up and buying lunches off of them.
Oh.
But point is, it's like,
I'm gonna gain
look,
some
man,
weight.
as a guy,
I'm gonna gain some weight with her.
tú tienes que, another Spanish saying, el que tiene tienda, que la tienda.
Yeah.
Because you start, you know.
But a best friend, you shouldn't have to worry about that.
You do.
I get his
No,
saying.
you
Don't
do.
get me wrong. I get his saying.
You
just don't.
do. You do have to worry about it. But
Right.
you got to do your due diligence. Look, I'm going to tell you this.
But if he's new, like let's say you've been with her, you have a kid with her, you got 2 kids with her, you have a whole life with her, you've been living
Look,
together with her,
man.
you knew her before this best friend dude popped up. You're chilling?
Temptation's always going to be there.
Temptation will always
It's
be
not
there.
always going to be, it's got to be a best friend from beforehand or a best friend from right when I knew you. You just met him before. No, there's always going to be somebody that they're going to get along with better along the line. So at the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do in order to be on point with what you got to do. Hey, if they go ahead and do what they got to do, they do their own thing. It's like at the end of that shit, it's like that's the way I feel about it. That's on them.
Okay.
That's on them because I'm going to have my conscience clear that, hey, I gave you, I did, and I told you whatever
gave the
fuck
trust.
I had to do.
You gave the trust.
And
You gave the
you know
trust.
what? Yeah, and shit happened. Okay, shit happened for whatever reason. Maybe you spending a lot more time with this person at work. You're, like I told you, work husbands and work wives fucking exist. And you coming home to me and only being here for like a few hours and on the weekends and it's not enough. Hey, that shit takes a toll, dude. It makes a difference.
Okay.
Even for the girls, too. Even for the girls going home with, like, the guys and shit like that. It's like, even some guys have fucking work wives where it's like, ¿qué te quieres que te compre? ¿Quieres cafecito? Yo te lo traigo si quieres.
So I want to flip the narrative because we've been going at it on this side of the story.
Yeah.
Now I want to talk about is it okay for you individually, including myself, to have a girl best friend in a relationship?
No.
Yes. It goes back to what I said.
I'm going to say no.
No.
I'm
For
gonna say
me,
yes.
I think it's disrespectful to my
As fuck.
significant other
As fuck.
Ooh.
to have a best friend. No, I this is how I see it.
Okay.
Maybe it's a little bit old fashioned if you want to look at it. But one, I already know that it's going to create an insecurity to my significant other, knowing that I have a girl best friend. And I'm going to tell you something. Sometimes your best friend can be hotter than your wife, hotter than your girlfriend, hotter than your whatever you want to call it. And it doesn't matter. You love this person more, whatever the situation is. You got a whole life with her. Do you not think you're going to... Oh, no, and I'm not even going to say it like that. Sometimes women have some... Not just women. Men and women have some type of insecurity about themselves. Whatever it is.
They don't even have to be hotter than the other. They just have some type of insecurity.
Yeah,
the fact that you're spending more time with them.
Yeah, so I think we all have some type of insecurity. Not everyone is completely confident with themselves. Everyone has one thing. Whether it's your, this or that, whatever it is, right? Maybe you don't even like how you dress, but you're like hot as hell. You're a 10, but you don't like how you dress, whatever.
I look better outside my work clothes, guys.
And if you bring a best friend that maybe your girlfriend thinks that is hotter than her or something that she likes about her, it's gonna create an insecurity at your home. I couldn't put her in that situation. I could never do that because it's not, to me, it's a respecting. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a respecting to her as far as saying like, oh, I have a best friend. She's going to be like, wait, I thought I was your best friend. I thought I was supposed to be this. And so I'm going to speak as a male. I could not do that to her. Now, there's many perspectives on that, but that's mine. I just feel like it's a respecting that I couldn't do it to her.
No, but there's nothing to add on that. On my part, there's nothing to add on that because that's like...
Come on, give it to me.
No, man, it's like word to word.
Give it to me.
No, you just add that extra where I'll add this extra thing where it's like with this best friend thing, dude. You're gonna get physically attracted to the person.
So you're saying you talk to uglies?
Brian, let me tell you.
So
this
you're
real
speaking
quick.
about the best friend being a 10, right? Or something like
No,
that,
no,
you
no,
said?
no.
No.
Just in general. In general.
So basically, what I'm saying is
Best friend.
sometimes
It's disrespectful, yeah. If you do have if you as a guy come and do have a girl best friend, and that's just the, I guess it is, and I am gonna say it is a little old fashioned mentality because that does not fit in the era nowadays. It's not cool.
But we've lost respect in today's era.
Yeah, and then I'll keep my morals
I
and
agree.
values and respect because I don't think that you just put your girl in a predicament that is just unnecessary, and that's been my point since the beginning of the conversation.
Okay.
It's unnecessary, dude.
Yeah.
You don't need to go through this shit. We don't even need to have this conversation in the first place, but it's a thing that's happening. It's a thing that's happened for many, many fucking, well, I'd say many, many years, but I don't think in the era of our parents there was best friends.
No. Well, that's what I said last time. Like, my mom didn't have best friends.
Right.
Yeah,
And actually, I was talking to her, and she's like,
What'd she say?
no, ¿cómo?
No, well, yeah, well,
Yeah,
but
that's
why?
the first thing she said.
But why? Because it's a different era that we're living in. That's
So
literally.
it's okay.
I've told no.
Oh.
I've told my mom. I've told mom many times. Mom, times have changed. My mom was like, no, times have not changed. It's people that have changed. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, no, like it's not the same. It's not like
So-
before. Because my
so
dad
how
used
do
to
you
tell
feel
me.
about that,
My
though?
dad used to tell me,
Mhm.
your friends, your real friends, you can count them in one hand.
Yeah, one hand.
And I was like, what are you talking about? I got
Yeah.
a lot of friends. I got a top 12 on MySpace. What you talking about? And then it shrunk, obviously, you know. But I was like, what are you talking? Now I understand what he's talking about.
Yeah, but
now to my point.
So if you can you feel like you can bring a best friend to your household and your girl should be okay with it?
In my experience, in my history, yes, this is why I'm saying that it can work. Now, if you ask the majority of the people that have dealt with opposite sex best friends and you give them that question, does it work or does it not? Maybe majority of them tell you no, because of their history that they've gone through with it, right? And I'm going to tell you about my history, my experiences, and I'm going to tell you, yes, it can work. Why? Because it's like, I've had a friend since I've known since I was literally a kid, and we became friends, and we got close in touch as teenagers, and we became best friends, you know, closing in from teenage to adult life. And to this point, we still are. And it's like, dude, like,
She's a female?
and she's a female.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And it's like, and guess what? It's like, we would hit
And
each
you've
other
never
up. Nothing.
nothing?
Nothing.
Not even a
Not even a,
like a
nuh-uh.
or a
Or a,
jeez.
sheesh. That part.
That's
So
weird.
it's one of those where it's like, look, man,
I don't know.
we grew up in
yeah.
the same city. We grew up together pretty much. Our moms knew each other. We were friends.
Nothing?
Nothing. We were friends and we became close
Damn.
friends around the same age, maybe like around 16 or so.
Yeah.
And it's like, and we've been like
Nothing.
very close friends since then. Man, let me tell you, 2016,
okay.
2017
I'm
year,
gonna stop pushing
those years were, I mean, between me
Is
and you,
is she
we were hanging out a lot, me and you
Is
too,
she
right?
like-
But you know,
Not
I
even
was
a,
hanging out with her too.
not even a drunk night text like hey cuz.
Nothing, dude. If it was a drunk night text, it was, did you make it home type of text, because
What
we were
the
just at the
hell?
bar.
Yeah.
And you know what? We would go to the bar together. Shit, during the week, on the weekends, we would go out. We would hit each other. Hey, what are you doing? Nothing. All right, let's get ready. We're gonna go. Blah blah. I just got off work. Okay, cool.
So there's no
Dude,
attractive you're not attracted to.
nothing.
Like it doesn't even
Nope.
see. So I can't understand that part. So I'm gonna agree with. I'm at that point. I'll agree with you. But I guess for me, and I think I can speak for Brian, is just I could if you tell me that I couldn't believe it because I already know myself that there's no way that I wouldn't try to even angle that. So I guess that's a more of a.
It's probably for the few. You know, it's one of those
I
like
couldn't, bro.
a
I'd be
small-
like, fucking.
I'm probably speaking for the small percentages where it's like
Because I know
think-
there are dudes like that though.
I think Brian might have mentioned something like to me in the past where it's like, dude, if your girl, if you're gonna tell me if their best friend or your best friend is attractive on a level of 7 and up or whatever, blah blah case may be, like nothing's gonna happen. And dude, I was like, first of all, the level of attractiveness has nothing to do with this shit. Because
No?
I'm sorry, I don't want to be a dick, but it's like I've seen people that are best friends of opposite sex gender, and guess what? It ain't attractive, buddy. It ain't attractive, but guess what?
Damn.
They get along so well. They have a good time with each other. And why? Because they understand what is and what is not.
I mean, yeah, no. So I understand you, but for me, dude, like if
but
I
there's,
had
there's levels to it, you know?
If I had an attractive best friend, I mean, just I guess who I am as a fucking dude. There's no way that at one point of our friendship, and because it kind of happened for me a little bit during high school, but I'm not gonna get into it too much. Dude, at some point, I mean, she was pretty decent, you know. She was, you know, and
I'm not gonna say,
dude,
that
I couldn't tell you that there's no way that at some point during our friendship when we were good friends, I didn't want to, you know what I'm saying, you know. I mean, there's that confidence, there's the and she was kind of down too, and she had a boyfriend, and you know, so I seen that part too, where like she had a boyfriend, and she was down, and like not fully, but she was kind of like, ooh, you know, well, he is my brother, I do trust him. And the thing with females, I feel, is like when a female trusts a male too much, things can happen. And at that point, it's like she lets you go as far as she wants, because that's how it works, right?
Obviously, it's a licho.
You only get as far as a female lets you.
Es el dicho. El hombre llega hasta donde la mujer
But
lo
when a
deja
female
llegar.
trusts you as a male, my guy,
Oh yeah. All you gotta do is say the right things. Though.
it's game over.
All you gotta do is say the right things.
So that's why it goes down to why we can't trust the whole best friend thing, because once a male gains the trust of a female, the chances of him taking advantage of that friendship is high.
No, I mean, and I don't disagree with you. I really don't disagree.
And sometimes
with you.
all you need to
But
buy a
it's-
drink. But anyways,
But it's like I was telling you earlier. It's just I'm probably one of the small percentages where it's like, look, to me, that's out the window. This is out the window. We were friends since younger, blah, blah. And I told Brian about this. I'm
That's
like,
wild.
dude, it has
I'd
nothing to do with anything, whatever.
It's 'cause
This
you're a
is how
fucking
I
dog,
feel.
Brian.
And I even told Brian, like, the level of attractiveness has nothing to do with this because
how?
I've
Fuck,
seen.
I don't get that.
I don't understand.
No,
his
because
theory
I never
about
understood that.
I've told you,
I don't
Brian.
understand.
No, I
I've
never
seen
understood
people
that.
who are not attractive be best friends, and guess what? They have no attractiveness to each other. And your scale was 7 and on, or 6.5 and on. Oh,
Yeah,
I've
but-
seen
Yeah,
more
no,
than
so I
that,
told
buddy.
Renee, you know, you have a best friend, right? And she's in a scale from 1 to 10. She's a 6.5, a 7.
if she's 5 up
Oh, whoa.
on a drunk night, it don't matter.
Yeah. No, I've been with 5s before.
And this is why I told
an
Ricardo.
accident, But yeah, being drunk. But so you know, what'd you tell Ricardo?
I told Ricardo that didn't happen to me. He's
You
like,
cut my
never had a
point.
thought. And I was like, no, you never had. I was like, no. I'm like, she was my.
but see, that's how men are built different, because I'll have thoughts I don't give a
But
fuck.
that's me. But that's why I told him.
You're gonna
I'm the
tell
small
me
percentage.
you're gonna tell me that you've had a best friend back in the day, and you've never looked at your best friend in that sense. What you're doing with the mic, you've never
I was just.
That's pretty good.
Fixing
You've
it.
never
You dirty ass.
you've never looked at your So best friend in true. different eyes. You're fucking bullshitting.
No,
I
You're full of shit.
I call it bullshit.
You're full of shit.
I call bullshit. I could never.
no.
It's not possible, Ricardo. It's
so
just not possible.
I'll be straight up with myself.
Not
I
even
could
a possibility.
I could
nothing.
never have a female best friend that looks even half decent without me at some point wanting to consider smashing. Straight the fuck
And
up.
you know what?
You
and
start
guess what?
the question. This is the beauty of this podcast, right? We're
Exactly.
speaking what comes into the to the
Because-
men's mind
Yeah.
that men are too afraid to say, right?
Exactly.
And what Ricardo, what goes on in your mind, or shall I say, what goes in my mind is, you know,
I know what goes on in your mind.
All right, what
You
goes on in my
dirty
mind, you
fuck.
sick fuck.
Let me see.
No, well, there's no
I want to
fucking way
say
you're
you
not
walk
smashing.
down the
I
street.
can't. I'm
man.
not gonna play this role, dude. I have a best friend and she looks half decent, and I'm drunk and I'm out, and let's say you're gonna smash.
downtown Fullerton.
I mean, what's a best friend, dude? Right?
First
is
of
a
all,
best
what
friend?
is a best friend?
Nah.
You like the
I'll smash.
you like the friend enough to where okay,
I'll smash. There's no way. There's no way.
Move on.
No
There's
question.
no way.
Ricardo said no question.
We
That's
move
it.
on
Hey,
from
that's
the
it.
smash.
Game over.
I'm a smash.
No, but
All over
dude.
the bed.
You can't sit there and
I'll be
and,
your
I, and,
best
I, and,
friend
I,
with-
I'm gonna call him out on his shit. I really think you're full of shit in that sense.
Oh,
And I think that's where Renee.
Cross my legs and look at you.
Listen, this is where and by the way, for people that didn't hear the first episode, this is how this podcast began.
Exactly.
It was that conversation that we had. It was this disagreement, this kind of shit that went on between me and Renee. Like that idea popped up where this is why I say, it's just you're full of shit to say that you can't tell me you have a 5, 6, 7, dude, and you can't your best friend. You can't tell me you can't think of that shit, dude. No,
It didn't
Renee,
happen.
come
It didn't
on,
happen
man.
to me.
Come on.
I'm gonna go back to what I told you before.
Okay,
I'm
and so
tall-
so
I'm-
she goes to your room. Okay, let that best friend go to your room.
okay.
What, you're not gonna
all
smash
of a
her?
sudden, she's in my room now.
No,
And she starts
I'm giving you
yanking.
scenarios. 'cause
And
I
all
want
of a
you-
sudden, she's pulling my
No,
pants
listen.
down. And all of a
listen
sudden,
to me,
she's...
cabrón.
And you're gonna say no, we're best
Yeah,
friends.
yeah. Come on.
I'm gonna be... wait, hold on.
Ah,
Wait. Got it.
Ah, bueno.
Dick. Hold on. Look at the fucking scenario you're telling me. Hold on.
Ah, bueno.
You're literally telling me.
We're gonna end it here because fuck Renee.
You're literally telling me she's coming into your room. All of a sudden, pull your pants down.
I know, I didn't say that.
It's like, Dick, you're fucking telling me,
What?
I'm fucking having my dick in my hand and she's there?
She's your
Nah, I
best
didn't- I
friend.
didn't say that scenario.
She's your
Guess
best
what,
friend.
Dick?
You get up from the bed and you leave, right?
Guess what?
Renee, there's no loyalty when
Guess
it comes
what?
to something like that way.
She's my best friend. And I
You're
was in
gonna
her-
get up
she
from
was,
the bed.
She was at, I was,
Answer.
hey, wait, hold
Answer.
on.
Are you gonna get up from the bed?
I was in her room the whole time, so I'm leaving
So
to my
you're
room.
getting up from the bed. You're getting up from the bed.
Este güey-
Dude, I
Este güey ha de ser joto, güey.
What?
Este güey ha de ser joto,
Oh
entonces.
shit.
Dude, I'm just telling you
No.
from my experience.
Yes or no? Would you walk out?
From my
Would you walk out?
experience, I would say no.
You've been in that.
What?
Hold on, Rico. You've been in that
I've
situation.
never been in an experience in a scenario or whatever.
Oh,
So
okay.
you're
But
gonna say no. You're gonna get up and say no.
I'm gonna go and say no because it's never
You're full of
happened.
shit.
It's never happened.
No, but if it were,
I can't tell you if it was, I would say yes or no.
this food's fucking
It's
This guy, I'm
never
not gonna say no.
happened.
I'm not gonna say no.
He's giving us that Raider
I'm not gonna
bullshit,
say
that
no.
black and
No,
white.
no, I'm not
I'm
gonna
just
say
telling
no.
you, I'm gonna say no.
No, and so think about your.
I'm be like,
okay.
I'm be like, mija, ya es hora del café.
And I'm gonna tell you something. But
Let's
this,
be honest,
No,
Ray.
I'll
be honest.
Let's be honest.
Be honest.
I'm being honest.
So you'll
Dick,
get up.
Okay, my best friend, the person I consider my best friend, this was to happen between us. I'm gonna tell you no. I would get up.
You're
and
gonna
be like,
tell her no. You're ready to go.
I can be as straight as fucking Captain Morgan. I'm gonna say no.
You know that best friend's done then, right? Because you just rejected.
Okay, so it is what it is then.
Nah,
Guess what?
I'll take the Los Angeles.
I thought she was my best friend, but if she thought we were something else, then that's not my fault.
She didn't think
And
you
you're
were something
single?
else.
Okay, well then that's
She
it.
just said it's
No
okay.
way.
That's
No way. Fuck
That's
no.
it.
No.
I'm not
You
gonna
gotta
burn
be
the bridge.
kidding.
I'm not gonna burn the bridge with
Let-
my best friend.
Let me add.
And if
let
it's
me add a
hard
skin.
for you
Let me add
guys
a
to
skin to
believe
this
this,
shit.
then
Let me
it
add a
is what
skin
it
to
is.
this shit, Ricardo. There's feelings that get attached there.
That's a wild perspective.
There's
but
he's full of shit. I don't believe him.
I'm a wild
There-
card baby.
There's feelings at the end of the day, dude. That get you just get attached.
No, it's not even
there,
about
dude.
feelings. Forget
No,
about
it
the
is.
feelings.
It is way
It's
because you
the,
like how that person is speaking.
you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I mean,
Dude, if you're putting that scenario, your best friend, she's gonna sleep in your bed, and you guys are best friends, and you're best friends, and you're best friends,
How many
and
times have we
whatever.
mentioned-
If you're sitting there, dude, like, there's no way you're gonna tell me that you're gonna tell her no. And if you do,
not
wow,
possible.
massive respect to you, but I just don't believe it. I don't think it's in a lot of men to fucking say no. So him saying that, I don't believe him.
Not only that, a girl gets what a girl wants.
Yeah,
Ricardo.
so that's wild. I just no. What he said is.
A girl gets what a girl wants, dude. So if that scenario that I put Renee right on the
So
the bed,
imagine your significant other. It has a guy best friend, and they're gonna be in the same bed, and then
Andele, güey.
what? And then what?
If anything, I'm gonna do my best friend's friend, as long as she's a female.
No, mames, este güey.
No, Renee just pissed me off. I don't want to talk anymore.
This was the conversation that led to all this shit. That it pissed me off. We was like 12 o'clock, dude, and we were like going at it with that shit because he was telling me about stories of back then. And I was just like, dude, I was infuriated. I was like, dude, no, you're full of fucking shit, dude. Like, and that's the thing. I just think that you're trying to play it off cool where you don't want to fucking say it.
What are you talking about? I'm
I
telling you what I
can't-
told you.
It's so difficult to believe, but I'm gonna respect it. I'm gonna shake your hand.
You don't have
I'm
to
gonna
shake my hand.
I'm gonna shake your hand,
No.
and I'm gonna say.
I'm telling you what
I'm
I
gonna
have to
shake
say.
your hand, and I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say you're that 1 in a million, then, dude. 'cause
No, you're
Yeah.
stupid. It
There's
doesn't
not a lot of
necessarily.
dudes like
no,
that.
I think
it
men are
doesn't-
not built like
it
that. Though.
doesn't-
fuck.
no,
Let's talk about
I'm not.
we talk about the science
Wait,
of a
hold on.
man, Renee.
I'm not.
That's
It
not.
doesn't
that's not-
necessarily
that's
mean
not how it
I'm
works.
1 in a million. I'm not. I'm just simply telling you guys. Speaking from experience, I'm not gonna do that. Even in the scenario
Dude.
that you guys
Okay,
fucking
let me give you
painted,
another scenario.
It's not gonna
If
happen.
she's a fucking 10.
You've had 10s. I've seen them before.
Dude, you guys are trying to fucking get me to say yes to this scenario.
No, I
and
give up.
oh, your
Okay.
best friend's a fucking 10.
No, I give
Okay,
up.
if
I
she's
give
a
up.
10.
I give up.
If she's a 10.
Okay, like for,
And then-
for Ricardo's sake, if she's a fucking 10,
You're going to do it.
I'm gonna fucking do it. You see? You see?
He's full of it, though. He doesn't believe
so
it.
the best friend shit, because no, if you're best friends, you're not supposed to do anything.
No.
I don't
no.
care if she's a 10.
It never works, dude.
Pero at
It,
the
ne-
end of
it
the
never,
day-
it never works when you're married. It never works when you're
I'm just
single.
saying-
It never works. It never works. It never works. And did I mention that it never works? It just
Look,
never works. Never fucking works.
Brian,
Put whatever
one of
scenario
Brian's
you want,
things, one
married,
of our
not married,
arguments.
doesn't
one
matter.
of
It doesn't
Me
work.
and Brian's arguments. He was like, she's a 6'6", 5'7".
Yeah, I said that. Yeah, yeah.
You're telling me this is that, blah, blah.
Like,
It's
you
not
don't feel the
question.
need, you have to do
And I
it.
told him, no, dude, no. I'm speaking from experience. Like, history and experience.
Mm.
I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it because of the
Yeah.
case that, it's like, dude, I do have a best friend. And it's like, and that's not the case. That is what it is. So, it's like, what do you want me to tell you, dude? I'm going to speak to you from experience because I have that experience. I'm not going to speak to you from,
Yeah,
hold
you
on,
have
let
that
me
experience.
think. Let me know. I don't have that. I'm not even going to use like this other bullshit work wife type of thing or whatever,
But okay, so it is fucking another scenario, right? You're best friends, right? Obviously, and so these girls sometimes they can come very vulnerable. Let's say they broke up with a boyfriend or the guy that they liked fucked her over, whatever. They're looking for that rebound.
Yeah. That's what I said about the
You're the
first date.
rebound.
Yeah.
You're the rebound.
I'm down to go out with you and have
You like
fun.
no, hold on. You like that best friend. That best friend's you. I mean, you like her. Like, she's cool as fuck, right? You're the rebound. She wants the rebound. She wants it. She wants to feel she's valid. She's good.
Yeah. I'm not losing that friendship over a fucking rebound.
Yeah.
I'm not losing that fucking friendship just for a one night stand or for that shouldn't have happened or that was an accident. And all of a sudden, I'm losing a fucking friend I used to go out to bars with or to have a drink or whatever.
Well,
the case may be. I used to fucking drop back lemon drops or Jaeger bombs with. Like, no, thank you.
I don't give a shit. I'll tell you. I've had a best friend where back when when I was 17, 18, 19, 20, all those years.
My guy, you don't got to give your age out.
And
Just
it's fine.
tell
I
me.
can care less. Dude, I've had it, dude, where she just broke up. I've had that best friend. She just broke up and we're in the car. We go stroll around, get McDonald's. She's crying. I'm listening to her. I'm giving her the advice. I'm telling her, hey, this and this and this and this is going to happen. And I am a genuine dude. Like, I will genuinely say, no, hold on.
You got her with McDonald's.
I genuinely give her.
I get it.
Yeah, well, we were young. I genuinely,
Dollar menu.
have the good feelings about it, dude. Trying to get her over the fucking line to feel better.
Like as a genuine best friend.
Yeah, man. No, I'm serious, and I'm not joking around. I'm fucking genuinely
No, yeah,
speaking.
yeah.
And then the girl just puts
Hand
her
on the lap.
leg
Oof.
over
It says papi.
on the steering wheel,
Ñaca.
over the steering wheel, and you can't. Don't be a dick.
Yeah, be
Papi.
nice.
Be a dick, be
Be a
nice.
gentleman.
Papi.
You're a fucking
Be a gentleman.
Gentle her.
dude.
Papi.
Well, yeah, you were a
Papi.
gentleman in that situation.
She needed taking care of, and you took care of her.
I want to know what these people have to say about this situation
Well,
because
that's our
it's
take
all
on it.
over.
Take us away.
There's that was our take on it.
Yeah.
I think there's too many there's too many narratives around this one. This is a good one. This is a good one.
Yeah, I love this.
It's a good one, but ultimately we want to hear people's opinion.
Yeah.
Because that's our opinion, and I think ours is very divided. Renee is
Very.
Not weird, fucker.
Renee is honestly, that's the perfect world. Like, if you're gonna have a best friend and stuff,
Not perfect, but it's just I just feel like it's.
You're a good man, Renee.
you're a good man.
fuck up.
You're a bigger man than I am. That's
Oh yeah.
I think with the big head, not the. Well, hold on, let me.
no. You think with the little head, what do you have up there?
Jesus Christ.
No, but you know,
Take us away. Take us away.
we're gonna call it. We're gonna call it a day here, and that was a tough one.
That was
For
a
me,
good one.
it was a tough one because
I loved
it's
it.
just a conversation that's all over the place.
It's a lot of layers to it.
Too many layers, too many variables.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, those are our thoughts. And definitely, if we know, best friends is a strange one, and
Definitely wait for a part 2 on this one. I feel like this
And-
deserves a part 2.
and
Dora the Explorador over there.
Dora's gonna join.
yeah, Diego's still not here, man. This is episode 3.
He'll make it. He'll make it.
It's one of those things. But you know, thanks again for supporting us.
Yes, sir.
Al Grano Podcast is the
Official.
I don't know if official name, but it's the name we're gonna run with right now. Let us know if you guys like the logo,
Straight
if you guys
to it.
like the idea, if you guys like the thing. And you know, we're gonna make a couple posts on Instagram. Follow us on Instagram. We're on TikTok as well. Soon to be on Facebook. We're falling behind with the moms and the dads on Facebook.
That part.
But we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Show us some love. Give us a follow. Give us a like. Listen to our podcast. Download it. Listen to it. And don't forget, shit on us. Shit on us. Do
Give us
not
some
worry
feedback.
about it.
Give us some feedback, guys.
We're ready. So, thank you. This was another episode of El Al Grano Podcast. And
Peace.
we're out. Merry Christmas to
Happy-
everybody. Enjoy your holidays.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Later.